Hi everyone, my name is Brittany. I have been working with Kelsey and on the program since August of this year. Prior to working with Kelsey and getting on the program, I had a horrible relationship with food. I basically ate whatever I wanted, drank whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted. I would also look at exercise to an extent as a form of punishment for whatever I chose to eat the day prior or the day of. If I was struggling with the way that I looked or maybe the number on the scale, I would pretty much starve myself to get down to where I felt happier. While I knew that I needed to make changes, it was super overwhelming to me to think of counting macros, or I had such strong cravings for terrible food or for sugar that it just was a very overwhelming thing for me to completely give it all up. I reached out to Kelsey with a couple of questions and we scheduled a phone call. I was absolutely shocked and motivated by how in-depth everything was and how she was and how much she cared, that I knew that I had to take this leap of faith and that I would have somebody guiding me and I would not be alone in this process. I think a lot of times people out there find that they will have a coach that will say, hey, this is what you should eat. This is how your plate should be. Here are some sample workouts and some sample foods, but that's kind of where the coaching stops, or at least in my experience, that's where it had stopped. So to meet Kelsey and to realize how in-depth she is and how focused she is on each individual client and their success, it just really resonated with me, and I signed up immediately. Initially, it was really difficult. I was traveling a lot this summer, but I have never felt better. I view food and my relationship with food completely different. I'm no longer craving, going out for Mexican food or going out to get ice cream or any of those things that I used to do in my past. None of that, for the most part, it sounds good anymore. I can go out to restaurants and I'm comfortable with picking a healthier choice than I would have picked just a couple months ago. I noticed the changes with my body. I am sleeping so much better. I am very alert. Throughout the day, my energy levels remain consistent. They're very high. Prior to being on this program, I can't say that I slept that great, and I know that my energy was completely 180 from what it is now. So I've noticed the small things since starting this program for sure. My endurance, strength-wise and in the gym, is absolutely different. I am so much more confident. I am lifting heavier than I have. And overall, I'm just in a much better spot than I was a few short months ago. And I totally credit that to Kelsey and the amazing program that she's got on. She truly focuses on each individual person, what works for them, what doesn't, and cares about where you're at and cares about your progress and your future. Again, I've never felt better in my entire life, and I credit that to Kelsey and the program. But it's amazing. It's great. I feel confident now. I feel confident on what I'm eating, on what I'm choosing to eat. There's a lot more freedom in the food choices than I ever thought there was. It's really not overwhelming or anything anymore to me. But if you are on the fence, or if you think this is something you might want to do, I encourage you to do it. You won't regret it. Kelsey's amazing, and the program that she's got is absolutely amazing. I can't give her enough credit.